Scorpio, how you doing? Welcome to your monthly reading here on the Astroflower. It is April the 2024. April. Yeah. Done the collective reading. Welcome to the lake. Welcome to the mountains. Done the collective reading. Seems to be like a financial, not financial, a spiritual awakening going on. Absolutely amazing on the spiritual side on the collective reading. If you haven't seen it, you'll find it on our channel. And on the financial side, there's a real offering coming in. It's a real bubble of energy blowing through the finances, and that's really going to take us to the next level. Yes, so let's back to you. Now that the sun starts kicking in and the energy starts coming in, it's going to bring a lot into you. And also, you're going into your summer period at the end of April, so things should really sort of like be moving on and being bubbly for you. Here's the overall energies here. Here's the karmic message for the relationship side, karmic message for your financial side. Week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. You could also look at it as like influence in the universe, influence on past self, future self, and general sort of outcome. I've got my daughter here today. We've been out walking the dog. So that's, this is Eva. Say hello, Eva.
Hello.
She obviously mainly speaks French because we're in France. But yeah, no, she's interested in the tarots. You're going to take a seat with us, are you?
Yes.
Excellent. Well, welcome to the table. So there you go, Scorpio. You get 2 readers for the price of 1, all in one family as well. She's pretty good at that sort of thing. She's very good at dowsing and stuff like that. And also, you did some healing as well, didn't you? J'ai fait quand j'étais petit, les soins. Oh dear, Basil. Yeah, so you used to do healing at the healing centre. Quite amazing. Yeah, great kids. They're amazing. You're not a kid anymore. She's a young lady. Anyway, Scorpio, let's just see what's going on for you. King of Swords, overall energies here. This is where you got to like really follow your path, I think, rather than you decide to create a path here. I think the energy, it's following your wisdom, following your judgment, your understanding, your the possibilities that are within, within your life, that is within you. And I think this wisdom shines through in the world that is around you, the environment that is around you. 10 of Wands. It's like you're dressed up for winter and it's summertime. And I think it's restricting you. I think it's stopping you from really allowing yourself to fly emotionally going through. And I think in this month here, with this spiritual awakening that's happening on the collective, I think here is on your karmic path to don't take things too hard on yourself. Be very gentle with yourself, be very light, be very easygoing with your emotions and your everything that is around you, because love is on the cards. Love is on the cards apparently in the first week. I also seem to think here is like it's almost like you know what you want. And because you know what you want, you're in step with yourself, and that makes you in step with another person. I think that's why it's coming from. And I think that's because you're realizing now, Scott, kind of going, I don't really want to be carrying all of this sort of emotional baggage, because that's what that is. There's, that's not what you want to be carrying. You want to be very light and, light and easy going with yourself and with the world. And in order to do that, I think there's certain things you need to let go of. Look at that 9 of Wands again. You got the 9 and the 10. So you're getting this. It's like this is like a progression. I think this is in the second week. Everyone seems to be getting this. Everyone seems to be getting like a choice or decision in the second week. And I think you're choosing here to let go of those 8 ones that are behind you. The communication, the understanding of who you are, understanding of what it's like to be you, what it's like to be in alignment with you. This is what you're understanding, and you're putting that understanding down. And people have got to, they've got to match up to the bar. If they're not going to match up, then carry on your path. If I was you, that's the sort of thing. And it's like you're carrying this one wand forward, like the King of Wands, as you go forward in your pathway with passion and determination by the looks of things. So in the second week, you get this sort of sensation of kind of going, no, I'm not going to put up with that in relationships anymore. And I think that's what the healthy boundaries are for you. And I think it's the decision that comes out of your wise decision as well, within you. Absolutely amazing. And then you get the Emperor. Wow. That was in the collective reading as well. And this comes out in your third week. This is where I think this is where you let go. This is where you take those pile of sticks there, that pile of that stuff, that emotional baggage that you're carrying. And here you're kind of going, right, I know which part of all of this I don't want anymore. I can just put it down there and people have to get over that to get to me, you know. And that means you can really own your future in regards to, you know, relationships or love or emotions or enjoying life or, you know, spiritual practices, whatever it is. The Emperor is the ruler over his environment, his physical environment. He's the emperor of his physical empire. And that's what I'm trying to say. Wow, I got there in the end. But he is the emperor. It's very much in a physical sort of sense here. So I think you might be, by the third week, you're sort of like not controlling people, but controlling your engagement with people, with situations, with activities, with everything that you do. You know, I think you're starting to take control of the situation here. And that sets you up for a whole new way of being. This is this spiritual awakening, I think, that's coming on here. You owning it up, you owning the situation, setting in your power. And then you get the world card. Now, the world is about going through from one dimension to another, but also the world card provides everything, provides all the water, all the air, all the fire, and all the earth that you need in order to do what you've got to do. You know, absolutely, it's a whole new way of being. I think this is part and parcel of your spiritual awakening. I think this is all part of it, and it starts off beautifully with a realization in you, and it could well start off because you've fallen in love with someone. You know, that's what it could be. And it's like when you go into this relationship, by the second week, you're sort of saying, well, you know, I have healthy boundaries in regards to that, any relationship that I'm going into. And this relationship has to abide by that, as much as, you know, you will be setting the healthy boundaries as much as the partner will be setting the healthy boundaries. But it seems like in a position where you're going to, over the next week, couple of weeks after that, coming towards the end of April, you're really owning it. You're really owning it more than anything else. On your financial side, on your karmic path, you get the 9 of Swords. I think you're breaking free of this. I think this is a niggling thing that's inside you more than anything else. It's like something that, it's like if you keep telling yourself that, I don't think it's going to work, I don't think it's going to work, it's a good chance it doesn't work. And then when it doesn't work, then it confirms you were right. And the problem is then we self-sabotage a lot. And I think you're coming to terms with that sort of thing within life. I think there's something that, you know, you might have been going for a job or going for a promotion or, you know, starting another business or doing various things, and it just never really worked out in the past. And I think that is coming to an end because it's on your karmic path. It's something that you are getting past or getting over. Yeah, look at that. Ace of Cups. Absolutely brilliant. First week here, look, you've got the Lovers on one side and the Ace of Cups on the other. That is a brilliant first week of April, you know. And I think this is an offering that you don't want to shoot yourself in the foot over. And I think it's almost feels like it's too good to be true. What do you feel on this cards? I'm going to ask my daughter. Hein? C'est pour la finance. C'est le côté financier. The jobs and everything like that. What do you reckon? What do you feel?
On gagne, mais trop.
Oh, wow. She said you're going to win a lot. In fact, you gain so much that it overflows. The cup overflows. Et c'est exactement plus ou moins ce que je disais avant. I was just saying, that's pretty much what I said. It just seems like you're going to be, you know, you're going to pinch yourself. Is it true? And I think this is, what Eva was saying. She's saying, like, apparently you're going to win it so much that it's just going to overflow. There's too much in a way. And this is it. It's like kind of like you worried that that bubble's going to burst. In the second week, you get the Page of Pentacles. This is where you're learning how to gauge that. This is how you're learning how to measure yourself in your workplace. So you don't end up doing 80 hours and then not being able to work the following week. If you know what I mean, 80 hours in 1 week and not being able to do the work in the following week. That sort of thing. That's the sort of thing I feel like you're getting here. And I also feel like you're taking on this opportunity fully and 100% within you, and taking it on and learning a lot about how it works, how it provides for you success for you in your life, and strength that comes out at the end here. This is where you're being tested. I think in the third week here, I think there's something comes up in the third week that tests you in a way that, it stops you from sort of saying, I hope this doesn't happen again. I think you've got to quell your doubts in this third week of in April. You can manifest what you want. You've just got to be strong and true to it, basically, through that card there. And yeah, I think it's an important lesson going forward, especially if you've seen the collective reading, making hay while the sun shines. And I think that's very important for you at the moment as well. And do not shoot yourself in the foot, basically. Do not shoot yourself in the foot. You get the Page of Swords as well. This is quite good. This is a real learning curve for you here. I think if you stay true to it in the third week may be a little bit difficult, but on paper, but the overall outcome in the fourth week, you get the Page of Swords, because through that strength, it's going to breed lots of ideas and possibilities for you. And it's how do you convert those ideas into reality? That is what you're learning there in the fourth week. You've learned about the opportunity of how to plant that seed and develop it in the second week. And then in the fourth week, this is when you sort of like learning how to use your ideas to take it even further for you. Absolutely brilliant. Let's just do a bit of clarification with the Light Seers cards. Okay. All right. Are you staying or are you going? What are you doing? You're staying? Okay. Yeah. Let's just see what's going on with the Light Seers cards. The sun has kicked in. The sun has kicked back in exactly when I said I'm trying to do, because I've got a lot of stuff going on the community page as well, where you'll have the eclipse readings and the equinox readings as well. So if you're not part of the community, get part of the community and you'll get these free readings. And we're going to be doing lots of other stuff there. We're going to try and develop the Astroflower family aspect of it as much as possible, really, so we can all help each other out, really. On Cymatic TV, the energies kick back in from the sun, and I think that's what's pushing us on to making decisions and actually progressing and taking things forward, as it were. And all of that you'll be able to see on Cymatic TV, all about auras, chakras, guides, loads of stuff on Cymatic TV, which is our sister channel. So yeah, King of Swords with the Ace of Swords. Your wisdom comes out in a way that you see clearly where you're going. You see clearly the future, this opportunity that is arising in your financial side, and also how you assert yourself in the relationships through healthy boundaries of recognizing what works for you and what doesn't work for you is your crowning glory. And I think the overall energy is bringing a lot to you, What do you think?
Donc, au plus tu descends peut-être, au plus t'as ta lumière, enfin, au plus tu trouves quelque chose.
Okay. So the more you go into it, the more light you find inside you. That's what she's saying. Yeah. It's quite profound, my daughter. Absolutely quite amazing. Lovely. Yeah. c'est la victoire.
Ouais.
Okay, the victory. She agrees with that. So claim it, Scorpios, claim it. You know, you heard it here first. Right, let's just see what's going on in your relationship side. Yeah, I think you need to sort of like, you need to realize all the stuff that you're carrying in your life, all the passions that you have, and maybe trying to just do too much. You've got to start playing with and seeing what really sort of, you know, tickles you or floats your boat, as it were, in regards to relationships. Exploring your passions in life, I think, is going to be very beautiful. It's going to open up certainly that whole idea of the Lovers card, most definitely. Yeah, as I said, like taking on that one wand and connecting it with another wand, which seems to be your newfound passions. Once you connect it with it, this is, so you get the Two of Wands. This is a choice here. This is a choice because you seem to be either falling in love with yourself or coming in alignment with your higher self, or falling in love with someone, or finally meeting that person that really corresponds to you. And then this will mean planning. You've got to plan for the future. If you're going to develop a relationship, there seems to be some sort of planning going on. And I think this planning here has a lot to do with the Nine of Wands, of these healthy boundaries. It doesn't have to be a nasty thing at all. This could be really, really positive, you know. And it might even involve a little bit of travel for you to explore and open up to the world that is around you. You know, I think it plays out really well. Look at that. You get the Five of Wands. It's all about passions for you. Look at that. You got the Page of Wands. You got the Ten of Wands, Nine of Wands, Two of Wands. Now you get the Five of Wands. Here, I think you've had to, you know, I think life might have been a struggle over the recent past, and it could be even going over the last few years. You know, that struggle, I think, has made you a stronger person. And through that struggle, that has also helped you to quantify the healthy boundaries to stop you being in relationships that are destructive. And so it's going to help you to be the best example of yourself, so you can be in the best situation in regards to relationships around you. With the Emperor card, you get the Seven of Swords, playing smart. And I think that ties into that overall energy. I think you sense here in the third week, now you start owning it with the Emperor card here. I think you start sort of realizing how you can interact with your emotions and the relationships that are around you and the energies that are around you, which just gives you the edge over life, I think, more than anything else. Gives you the edge, a really beautiful edge on life. Look at that. Look at that. Out with the old and in with the new. Wow. That is an amazing outcome. Yeah. You want to see it, don't you? Yeah. I can hear you sort of kind of going, what's he talking about? What's he talking about? So we got the Ace of Wands, which is these ones here. Ace of Wands and the World card. So that's out with the old and in with the new sort of thing. It's a new passion. And I think this new passion comes from there. I think it's almost as if like, it's maybe for some of you, it's not going to be for all of you, but it's like you've met and you've got into this relationship and it needs a bit of planning and etc. And then that's going to take a few weeks, that planning. And once you've got that planning down, this is when you go for it. And by the end of the month, you know, I think your passion central. You're going to be really passionate about life. It's really beautiful, really nice, a real sort of vibrant energy, real sort of like, I'm going to live. I'm going to live. Life is for living. I'm going to live. And that's what seems to be coming through with it as well, with the Ace of Swords. Look at that. You've got three aces on there now. You've got the Ace of Wands there. You've got the Ace of Swords, excuse me, on the overall energies. And then you've got the Ace of Cups, which is down here on your first week of the financial side. There's a lot of new beginnings. It's like a flower coming out of spring after being budded for some time. Look at that. Wands again. There's a lot of passions going on here. With the Ace of Cups here, this new beginning, I think it's so vibrant and it takes in so many different things. It makes your cup overflow with joy. You know, and being there in the moment when you're confronted with one thing at a time, not being distracted and elsewhere, but actually being in there, in the moment, being with it. You know, because life can distract you enormously. But then that's what meditation's all about. I've done years and years of meditation, and it helps you to focus your mind, your spirit, and your energies. It's a fantastic thing. Like, I'd advise it to everybody. You have the seeds. You want to have a look at that as well, don't you?
Wow.
That's the 10 of cups. So you have this seed here, which is after this difficulty. Hey, look, do you know what? We didn't pull for that card there. I'm going to pull for it. Wow, I missed it. I think this lesson here, and I don't think it's bad at all. I think it's really good. That's why I missed it. You know, it's real sort of like, oh, right, yeah, okay, I'm going to stop shooting myself in the foot then. This is this happiness after difficulty. This is where you know how to plant your seeds in order to get what you want, get the rewards out of life. Let's just see what's going on with that 9 of Swords. What is that all about? Yeah, your connection to everybody else. You know, it could well be that you've had difficult working partners, or, you know, colleagues at work, or, you know, people who work for you in your business that might have been a little bit difficult as a, you know, and now I think you're getting into alignment. You're getting into a situation where it's much more joyous around you, and it is your time now to be happy in what you do, and be happy in your work or in your projects and working with other people and so forth. I think that's a real turnaround for you. And you get the 5 of Swords. Yeah, you know, it's the same thing. You got the Emperor on the far side. You got the Strength card on this side here on your financial side, and you get the 5 of Swords. There is something that this is where you're going to be pulling on your victories, really pulling on your wisdom in the 3rd week about how to take things forward. And I think the rule of thumb here is to, if people around you are not they're just trying to bring you down rather than to sort of see your success, then I would walk away. If they're being really petty about things, and I would walk away. That's the sort of thing within your financial life. I would just not allow, you know, complicated, you know, sometimes you win a lot more by losing, but just kind of saying, okay, yeah, you won, I'm off. Because there's so much better things waiting for you. Look at that, the Ace of Cups. Again, Ace of Cups. This is what comes to the fore. And as I was saying about this victory through the Page of Pentacles and the happiness after difficulty of really allowing your light to shine, new ideas are coming to the fore of how I develop this heart's desires in regards to your job and your business and your projects. And it's really, I think it's, as I say, as ever said, as I said, I think it's overflowing. I think it's making you feel like that, you know, you've got to pinch yourself to know that it's real. Absolutely lovely reading, Scorpio, as per usual, you lovely people. I will see you soon. There is all the stuff on Cymatic TV, which will be linked around the top of my head or in the description below. There's all the stuff on the community page as well. Thank you very much for being here. Hope you appreciate the videos. Thank you, Eva, for being my assistant, my lovely assistant for the day. So, yes, I guess that's all that's left for me to say, is Eva to say goodbye.
Bye.
And for me to say, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy. You take the piss out of me?
Yeah.
Oh, you're terrible. What's she like?